Digital Comics, Marvel TV news. Season 2 of X-Men 97 has been confirmed along with season 3.
Of course.
The Beau DeMayo, who was the showrunner for season 1, is still kind of talking about season 1. And he is talking about his involvement in season 2, which says he can't really talk about the details. So right now, before X-Men 97 launched on Disney Plus, the trades broke that head writer Beau DeMayo had been fired from the animated series. Interviews with the press were canceled at the last minute. No specific reason was for his ousting was ever revealed from official or unofficial sources. Making it all more of the surprising was the fact that Marvel Studios had previously tapped DeMayo to contribute to projects such as Moon Knight and Blade. Brad Winderbaum, the head of streaming television animation at Marvel Studios, then shared something of a clarification by addressing the situation ahead of the 2-episode premiere. Quote, I can't talk about details, but I can say that Beau had real respect and passion for these characters and wrote what I think are excellent scripts that really the rest of the team were able to draw inspiration from to build this amazing show. Asked if he would consider DeMayo's MCU departure a firing, he said, I don't. We parted ways is the best way I could say. So a fan wondered how much he had contributed to season 2, and DeMayo responded, I did write a lot of season 2, however, unlike season 1, I will not be heavily involved or leading production, cast, records, blah, 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 nor doing any production rewrites as it relates to creative vision of the show. This is why I've said I really can't speak to season 2, but looking forward to seeing the final product with you all whenever it airs. I have high hopes. As do we all.
Yes. He's treading such a smooth line, eh?
What?
Like just talking online and like answering people's questions, like knowing exactly what he can and can't say.
Well, I'm sure he signed an NDA.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, oof, that is nuts.
Okay. Vision. We've heard on and off that there's going to be a Vision show. Seems like it's back on again.
Yes, fuck, thank God.
Following the persistent rumors, we got confirmation that a new Disney Plus WandaVision spin-off focusing on the Vision was in development in Marvel Studios back in 2020. Calm yourself. Jesus. But it seems the Vision Quest project had been completely revamped. Variety reports that the new untitled Vision series is in the work, with Star Trek Picard executive producer Terry Matalas on board as showrunner. The show is currently on track for a 2026 premiere. Matalas' work on Picard is said to have greatly impressed the top brass of the studio. Marvel chief Kevin Feige, an avowed Trekkie, even recently appeared with Matalas on a 2-hour episode of Star Trek podcast Inglorious Trexperts. I'm going to have to check that out. I've never heard of that.
That's cool.
Paul Bettany will reprise his role as the tragic synthesoid. There's no mention of Elizabeth Olsen. The finale of WandaVision revealed the Vision had been... The Vision we were spending time with over the course of the season was actually one of Wanda's constructs, but the real White Vision was rebuilt by Sword. Yeah, so I want to see this. I love Paul Bettany as Vision.
Yeah.
I also...
So good.
Loved Picard season 3. Like... him riding the line between fan service and serving a good story and a good villain, like, I can't wait to see what he does with Marvel. He should be given all the shows.
I just want to see them give Vision his dues. You know what I mean? Like, he was powerful normally, and I feel like he was just as powerful when he was this way as well. And I just want to see him eviscerate people. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
see
he's
chunks.
going, like, yeah, like, you know what I mean? He's flying somewhere in the air, and he comes across like a band of like air pirates. You know what I mean? Randomly just say, and he's like, I have no time for this, and just like, it's just like zoop, and it's just like, you know what I mean? Like,
ripping hearts out.
Either that, or like, you know what I mean? Melts their skin or something,
Jesus.
Or you know what I mean? Again, transports them to the other side of the, planet or something on a desert island.
Not sure that's gonna be it's gonna be in a Disney Plus series.
I was gonna say, a PG version, but yeah, that would be nice.
You just hear the guy screaming with his skin melting off. You don't see the skin.
Yeah, it's like,
oh, my skin's melting off screen.
Yeah.
Okay, more TV news. Marvel exec seemingly confirms plans for Nova to be a Disney Plus series. It's so strange that Iger's like, oh, we're cutting back on everything, and now seems like they're not. In the recent days, we've once again started hearing rumblings about plans for Nova. The character has been ignored far too long, with James Gunn happily admitting the hero never interested him. The expectation is that when the character does finally appear in the MCU, Sam Alexander will hold the Nova mantle. There may, however, be still plans for Richard Rider to act as mentor or partner. Talking to Screen Rant, Marvel Studios head of TV streaming and animation Brad Winderbaum seemed to strongly hint that Nova is destined to take flight on Disney+. It's a new territory for us, developing more shows than we produce. Nova certainly is exciting to us. We've got some ideas, great ideas simmering. I think there's a lot of potential here. I love Nova, also from the comics, especially the Richard Rider era. We'll see what happens. Like you said, there's only so many release slots in the schedule, but we want to make sure everything we make is as good as it could possibly be. But I will say that this is a particular project we're excited about developing. Another big takeaway from these comics is that while Nova remains in development alongside a slew of other TV shows, nothing's official.
So that's a lot of shows. Like, we've already talked about 3 that are in development. They got 2 coming out.
So we have Agatha all along this year.
Yeah.
We have Ironheart next year.
Yeah.
That's done, for sure, done in the can.
Yeah.
And then I guess we have Wonder Man next year too.
That would make
sense. That was like an on again, off again, but it seems to be back on.
It was shooting.
Yeah,
they were shooting it. Yeah.
So then after that, we really don't have confirmation of any other shows, do we? I mean, they haven't that they've announced. And we've seen that Hawkeye season 2 is greenlit. We've seen that.
Yeah.
Not Echo. Oh, Daredevil. Fucking Daredevil.
Yeah.
So Daredevil's the only other one. There's no confirmation of She-Hulk season 2. There's no confirmation of Moon Knight season 2. So Ironheart, Daredevil, and Wonder Man, I guess, are the 3 that we know for sure. So if they really want to start another series to have, I presume they want 2 series a year. So Daredevil season 2 would be 2026, and then they need something else. I doubt they'd hold on to Wonder Man till 2026 if it's already done now.
So I guess information is going forward as well that Marvel Zombies is going to be its own show.
Like, not live action, but animated.
No, okay. Animated, and it's going to have a TVMA rating.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
there was just a limited series that just finished called Weapon X-Men. Okay. And it brought together Phoenix and 4 different Wolverines from different multiverses. So there was a Jane Howlett from the 1800s who had bone claws. There was Old Man Logan was in it. Right. There was a zombie Wolverine who liked to eat brains and could talk. Like he was not intelligent, but he was intelligible. And then it had a super fat Wolverine who had wanted to. He ended up with Jean Grey, but she didn't want to be. She was a homemaker, and the backstory was weird, and he wanted to stay home with her and not be like he wanted to like die and grow old with her. So we had like some experiment done on him to like reduce his healing factor, but then they both just stayed at home and drank beer and got fat. Because the healing factor wouldn't, So I don't know, it was weird. It was a good series.
Not a bad way to go.
Yeah, but anyways, so maybe we'll see that Marvel's Wolverine, zombie Wolverine in the animated.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, last series, I guess. Eyes of Wakanda will be set in the MCU and revolve around spoilers. Following X-Men 97 season 1 finale, What If season 3 is likely up next. From Marvel Zombies updates have been far and few between, but Marvel executive Brad Winderbaum shared new Eyes of Wakanda and Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man details. Quote, Eyes of Wakanda is an MCU show. This is the history of Wakanda as told through the War Dogs. And it is some of the best animation we've ever done. Todd Harris is the creator. It's such a cool show. That actually sounds interesting, Through the Eyes of the War Dogs.
Yeah, that, I mean, yeah.
In live action, the War Dogs are Central Intelligence Service of Wakanda, tasked with collecting information across the globe to ensure the safety of the kingdom.
Oh, they're like the fucking, that's like their secret server or secret agency. Or
Yeah.
That's cool. No.
Now on to Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. It's amazing to say the least. I think it's really going to surprise people. It's very much cut like a cut from the Steve Ditko era of the comics. It's Peter Parker back in high school, just trying to make it work, take care of his aunt, completely broke, and having to be a superhero. It's so essentially Spider-Man, and what Jeff Trammell and the creator of the show did, which I think people are going to love, is he built this ensemble of characters around Peter that you fall in love with. Similarly, just because it's long-form storytelling, as those relationships brew when the stakes rise in the first season, things feel really tragic and dangerous and pretty incredible, so I love that show. No word on when we're getting either of these. Not sure I'm excited about the Spider-Man one.
Yeah.
I'm obviously gonna watch it because I watch everything Marvel. But the Eyes of Wakanda one, I'm interested in for sure.
I'd be way more interested in a continuation of Spider-Man 97.
Oh, then this new version of Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
So is it completely separate from the MCU? Because I thought they said it was going to be the history of like Holland's Spider-Man. No.
Will they say that?
I thought it was supposed to be like him in high school.
Yeah,
like
but it said Peter in high
shit.
school. It didn't say any. It doesn't say anywhere where it's Holland's.
Yeah. I have to check. I don't know.
So, like, are we getting the origin again? Or
I thought that's what the whole thing was, like him getting bit in freshman year or something.
Yeah, I don't know that I need to see that for 18,000th time. Okay, well, let us know what TV series you're excited about, whether it's Nova, As Wakanda, etc. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.